I'm Sydnee Smith, and I'm a senior on the women's soccer team.
Say to me, before we focus on this week, I want to go back to last week and your last game on Saturday. Yes. A 6-1 victory over Western Oregon. Crazy. You were 22 players played for the Falcons. 11 of them either had a goal or an assist. Really widespread. I've never seen anything quite like that. 11 people getting the score sheet. What did that feel like?
It's incredible. I mean, I think it shows the depth that our team has and the fact that we're able to get so many people not only on the field but on the ball, and the impact that every person that steps on the field can make is huge for us. 3
players had a goal and an assist. You were one of those 3, and you tacked on the last goal in the 89th minute. 25-yard shot. Describe what happened on the play, and it wasn't clear that it went in from first sight. Describe what...
I don't think it was clear for me either. We were just swinging the ball, finding some open space. Western Oregon had kind of pulled off in the defense, which let us get forward a little more than we had in the first half, and it came in from Mason. Thought, why not take a couple touches and then hit it, and I think it went off the keeper's hands and then hit the crossbar, bounced back onto the field and in, and when you watch the video, I laughed because I didn't think it was real. I don't think anyone thought it was going in. I think most people thought it went out of bounds.
It was really it's like it picked up enough backspin off the crossbar to go in.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
it was a
doesn't
terrific
happen
goal.
Often.
Well, now we go into you have an important road game Thursday at Simon Fraser, and this is a team that beat you 2-1 in overtime here. Seattle, your thoughts on a rematch with them up in Burnaby?
I'm excited. I'm ready to get this one back. I think they're a great team, and they've had a strong season, and it was one of those games that it was unfortunate that it went into overtime, but I think we're more than capable of coming in and playing strong, connecting passes, getting forward, and putting a few in the back of the net.
Great. Well, after that really important match, Saturday is not the final home game. That is actually next Tuesday against Central Washington. But Saturday, because it's a weekend, we're celebrating senior night.
Yeah.
Or senior day, 3 o'clock
Yes.
Against Montana State Billings. There are 9 seniors in this class.
It's a big
large
class.
group.
Yeah.
What do you think the thoughts are going to be like, the emotions on Saturday?
I think it's going to be mixed emotions. Exciting that we've made it this far, but a lot of reminiscing on the past years. We didn't lose anyone from the class, which I think says a lot for this team, this program, and the class that we have. We came in with 8, and Mick joined us because of a red shirt, and we love having her here an extra year. So I think it's going to be exciting that we were able to come on this journey together, and a little sad that it's so close to the end. I know a lot of us, this is probably the last couple games we'll ever play, but excited to do it together.
Yeah. You mentioned your group stuck together, and that's really rare, particularly with such a large group. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just the personalities we have. We have so many people who are, we're all just such great friends that we're so close. I think a lot of times with this large of a group, you see little cliques or little groups that get along, but I think as a whole, we really have stuck together, and you find someone you relate to on every single day and someone who's always going to have your back, and I don't think that's something you always find on a team.
I'm going to put you on the spot here and have you single out a couple of your teammates for who's got some qualities. I want it to be on the record that you're not allowed to mention yourself, so that means you're not excluding yourself from these categories. But who would you say is the funniest of your senior teammates?
I think I would go with Emma. We call her Emyo, just because she has this personality. She's so outgoing. She's so funny. The comments she makes, you're always just cracking up, and I think the best thing is she's not afraid to be herself. She doesn't really care what people think, and the things that she does is just hilarious, and it's been like that since we've come in freshman year.
Great. That's Emma Young, and she was one of those teammates who had a goal and assist on Saturday as well. And then intelligence, being smart is kind of subjective, so I'm going to frame it this way. Who would you most likely ask for help with homework among your smart teammates?
Oh gosh, help with homework. I think by default I would ask Brooke, just because we're roommates, and so a lot of times we're in the same library room studying together and running things past each other. There's not another nursing major on, so it's kind of my pick of the litter, but just by default, living with her, spending a lot of time with her, I'd probably ask her for help.
Great. Brooke Lancaster. Taking aside here, nursing major is challenging. There are some extra time constraints. How have you managed to juggle that in soccer?
I would say this quarter has been probably the hardest just because my clinical schedule isn't as scheduled for me as it was last year, and so it's trying to find the time to get all my clinical hours in and get back for practice. So I feel like I've been driving all over Seattle this quarter, but it helps that my professors and coaches are so willing to work with me and help, and they know that school comes first, but I enjoy being on the field, and that's a huge part of my life, and so it's willing to make compromises and get the best of both worlds.
And where do you see this nursing taking you? What do you want to eventually use that major?
Post-graduation, I'd like to stay in Seattle for a while and work in the hospitals. I've been thinking I want to look into children's oncology. I don't have any experience with that, so I don't know where that thought's coming from, but at the moment, that's what I'm pretty locked in on.
Great. Well, one more. We'll go back to your senior classmates again. Who would you say is the best overall athlete among that 9-person group?
I think I would say Julia. She came in doing track and soccer, and just overall, her speed is probably some of the most insane I've ever seen, and she can catch anyone on the field. And like the agility, the speed, long distance. A lot of times when we do fitness, you see some people that are really good at sprints and some people that are really good at longer distance, and usually they don't mesh, but she can do it all.
Great, Julie DeVere, perfect. Well, it's hard for me to believe. Is it hard for you to believe this is here already?
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. I've played since I was 3, so that it's coming to the end. I haven't really accepted it yet. I don't know when it'll hit me, and I don't know if I'll be ready, but it's a weird feeling for sure.
Is there a moment or something that sticks out in your mind as the most memorable thing during your soccer career here at SPU?
I think just looking back on all 4 years and how each year has been so different with the people that you come in with. And like I said, we have such a large class that a lot of my memories are based around the interactions with my class and just other people who have come through the program. And I think it's so amazing to look back on freshman year. I feel like just yesterday they dropped me off for the first time, and staying with some of the sophomores at the time, and now coming into the last year and thinking we were the ones hosting freshmen and we're the ones that are kind of top of the totem pole and trying to help manage things. It's been a wild journey.
You've come full circle.
Yeah.
We already talked about your major and your career plans. Why don't you tell us where you're from?
I'm from Vancouver, Washington, so down by Portland.
And for those people maybe not as familiar with Northwest geography, if you hopped in your car at home and drove to campus here, how long would that take you without traffic?
Without traffic, it depends how fast I'm driving. I would say probably 3 hours.
Great. Perfect. Well, Sydnee, thanks so much for your time, and congratulations on a wonderful career, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.